I have a few questions I wanted to ask you. Would that be okay if I?
Oh, are we going to turn the tables?
Well, I don't feel like I'm your. I feel good as the interviewer or the interviewee. So, but
Hey, well, you know.
it's been a lot of years. I haven't caught up with what you've been doing. I all I do is see you everywhere on social media, and I'm thinking, well, there's more to it just than just pictures and a promo. Uh,
Yeah.
you've come a long way. You were doing Madonna,
Mm-hmm.
and now what do you do? Three? Let me try and count the ones I know. Madonna,
Mm-hmm.
Gwen Stefani.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, Lady Gaga,
Mm-hmm.
and Marilyn Monroe.
You got it. Yeah, that's pretty much it, you
Is
know.
is that it? Did I
Yeah.
see you did Britney at one time?
I did do Britney at one time, and that was an effort to I heard they were gonna get rid of the Madonna character. So I thought, well, can I do another character and who's hot right now? So at the time it was Britney and they didn't want anything to do with it. Actually, they ended up eventually wanting Britney and they got another girl, and that's fine.
Shame on them.
Um, yeah, I won't go there.
We don't want to hear about that. We don't want to hear that.
The struggles.
Who made that
Anyway,
mistake?
yeah, but you know what I did do, which was really interesting, is that I was doing Madonna character in corporate events and stuff, and I was running around town, and people would go, "Hey, it's Gwen Stefani," and I was so insulted. I was like, "I'm trying to be Madonna," you know, and people kept saying it. I thought, "What is going on?" And then an old friend of mine said, "You know who you look so much like is Gwen Stefani." And then I sat back and I thought, okay, Gwen Stefani is really happening right now. Like she's really present and she's in, out right now and she's doing new albums and all this stuff. So that's why they're saying it. It's not because I don't look like Madonna. It was because that's who is hot right now and in the public eye. So, I sat back and I thought, gosh, I wonder if I could do Gwen Stefani. And I started putting it together. I really ended up, I did look a lot like her. And what happened was I offered it to, well, this was after I was already gone from Superstars. I offered it to Superstars. And I'm not even sure they got the video. I'm not sure. But uh, but I also presented it to Legends. And so my first act with Legends was Gwen Stefani because they
Wow.
went for it. They went for it, and it ended up being pretty huge. And it was 6 months that I got at the IP. So
Good.
I got to close the IP.
Wow.
So my very last contract at Legends was there in the original building, and it was just such a cool feeling to sort of have evolved and come out on the other side doing this character, and so much more fun too than Madonna in a way.
Hmm.
And then I was with new people. That the two people running it were female, at Tony Lee and Gina
Gillian.
Capecci and Jillian. And I just felt so at home there. It was just amazing. They treated me so well. And then uh, the story with that is I ended up doing all three of my characters there because right after that, they said, we actually need a Madonna right now. Because when I approached them after leaving Superstars, they had a bunch of them, I guess. So they said, no, well, don't call us. We'll call you. We're good with Madonnas. And so I got in as Gwen, and then they said, now we need a Madonna, but we really like you as Gwen. Almost like they didn't trust that I could do the Madonna thing. And I was thinking to myself, Gwen Stefani's brand new to me. So I said, if you want Madonna, I'm it. This is what I do. So, you'll be happy with it. So they ended up hiring me for 6 months
Wow.
doing Madonna. And then shortly thereafter that, guess who came on the scene? Lady Gaga. And I guess I just thought, okay, this is what I do. I sort of transform and do people's voices and look like them. So let me add Lady Gaga to the repertoire because nobody is doing it. I think I was the first on the scene, and now there's like 10,000 Lady Gagas. But I was the first on the scene, so I got the first Lady Gaga role at Legends, and I
Wow.
opened up two of their shows. I opened up a show in Atlantic City for them, and then I opened up the show in Hawaii for them as Lady Gaga. So I got some good time in, 6 days a week doing the Gaga character as well. So, and like you were saying, when you get to do that, you get to do the 6 days a week with any character, with a live audience, with a live band, dancers, and the whole production. It really builds your career in the right way. But it's hard to get in. It took me three
Yeah.
years to get into Legends.
Well, yeah, that's Legends was the bar. They set the tone for the best, and especially if you got into the Imperial Palace, they didn't let any slouches in there. Or well, nobody is a
No.
slouch, but they didn't let anybody
Yeah.
who couldn't cover it all. You might go to
Right.
another show and somebody looks like the person and dances like them, but they don't quite sound like them, and
Mm-hmm.
you know how it goes. But
Yeah.
if you were in the Legend show, you could probably fake a lot of people out as
Yeah.
as thinking you were the person if they saw you elsewhere and
Mm-hmm.
didn't know you were in a impersonator show. I saw that clip where where you were on. They put it on the Ellen show, where she
Yeah.
as herself as somebody else playing her.
Yes, that was quite an honor to be backstage with Ellen.
That was funny. But Kenny Rogers came in and did himself one time, and
Yeah.
people were saying the same thing. Oh, he's better than the real Kenny Rogers, and it was him. Or it was just funny. And I'm trying to think who else came in there.
Well, like Joe Jackson came in there.
Oh yeah,
At
you see
Superstars, we had Spielberg. Spielberg came to see our show. So did the at one time we had the Spice Girls
yes,
at
I remember.
Superstars, and
Hmm.
the real Spice Girls came in and
Cool.
saw us. Yeah, it was.
So were you a Spice Girl in that show?
I was not. I was not. I
Oh,
wanted to be, but they wouldn't give me the job.
I'm not going to
That's
ask
because
why.
they didn't want to pay me.
Okay, yeah, I could see
Basically,
that.
they hired the dancers to
The dancers.
be, and there were several of them that could sing. So it was really a great introduction for them to be an act. You
I
know?
remember that.
Yeah.
I had left Superstars by that time, but I do remember that.